In this lesson, we're going to go over how to do an ISF entry. To do the ISF entry, all you need to do is click the Next button, and actually before we get into that, you can click the ISF tab, and that tab is within the brokerage module. So brokerage tab, ISF tab, and then you hit the Next button and it will create the next file number for you. Then you can look at the submission type. Anytime there's an arrow next to it, here's all the types that are available. If you wanted to just type in 5 to do a late ISF without a bond, or 4 to do the ISF 10, you can just type in 4 and it will do that for you. Then you hit enter and it takes you down to the shipment type field. And again, within this field, it's got all the different options available to you. So if you were doing a household goods or a military movement for ISF, you would just select those. Then you hit enter and it takes you to the vendor number. It's not required by customs, but if you wanted to enter it, you can. Then you enter a customer number. Once you enter the customer number, it will automatically bring in your Social Security number. In this case, if it was an IRS number, it would do that as well. You can enter a product number here if you had one. Otherwise, you can skip over that field. And again, we automatically bring in the importer of record number from the customer file. Same with the date of birth. That would automatically be brought in if we had entered that data in the customer file. Here's where you enter your mode of transportation. And then, again, it brings in the bondholder number. Date of departure, you enter that here. Not required by customs, but we do reporting from that field, so it could be a important field for you to enter. Same with the date of arrival, PO numbers, container numbers, and foreign agent. Now at this part of the screen, you will put in your house bill number. Keep in mind you can do a master, but customs really want you to use the lowest common or the lowest bill of lading. So if you have a house bill, make sure you're entering that house bill. Then we'll enter the SCAC code number and the bill of lading number for the house bill. Also, make sure you hit enter so that the information is in the table below. If it's not in the table below and you just hit the OK button, that data will not be saved. So that is a very important part of our system. Then you'll click the EN button. Once you click the EN button, it's going to take you to the entity screen, and it's in this screen where you're going to enter the information, the entity information, manufacturer, selling, buying, all the way down to the importer of record. We also have a template, which I'm going to use in a minute, but once you set up a template, you could just hit load and it will load all the information into the system. Here's where we're going to enter the MID. If you already have an MID in the system, you can click the button. It will show you all of them. Or you can put in the beginning letters for that MID, either by country, or you can type their name in, and then it will show us all of the, in this case, the Chinese manufacturers that we have. When you select that manufacturer, it will automatically bring in their name and their address information, so you won't have to rekey it. And then we'll move down and we'll put in the HTS number. Keep in mind with the HTS numbers, you can use the 6-digit number from customs, but if you have it all and you use it all, when you move that data into your brokerage system, all of it's already there for you. And again, we hit enter so that the product number was in the table below. The system now automatically moves to the selling party. If you have already entered a selling party, you can put in or look up the selling parties that you've used in the past. If you have not used a selling party in the past, you can also have it entered in the customer file, and then you'd be able to bring that in. Or you can just type it into the system here at this point, and it would be saved into the system. So we're just going to enter an address here for the selling party. And we add their city. We'll add the country. Postal code's not required, although customs likes it. And then we put in the country a second time. Now the system wants us to put in the buying party. So again, you can either choose the buying party through the pull down and select it. And in this case, we're going to go in and enter a customer number rather than just using the booking party to bring up the information. So we select the field, put in a customer number, and again, now the address is already there for us, so all we have to do is hit the OK button. It updates the system. So we can go through and we can put in the rest of the information for ISF, but in this case, we're just going to go up and we're going to use the template in this case. We select the template, we hit load, and you'll see all of the information is entered into the ISF, and we're done. Once we close that out, we can send it to customs by clicking the satellite dish. When the results come back, they come into that magnifying glass. And we can go over to the right-hand side, and we have two reports. We have a bill on file report, which will show you all the files that have bills on file that have been accepted by customs that are on file, as well as a report to show you all the files that you've created that do not have a bill on file yet. You can also type in notes. There's a copy ISF, and you can transfer that information off to the brokerage system. So that is, and before we're done, of course, you can go in and you can print your ISF document out. When you print that document out, you can email that to your customer. This will also show you your ISF transaction number as well as whether this file had a bill on file with customs. And again, it shows you all the information about that ISF. So that is the ISF system. Thank you.